Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Let's play B-Mix.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. B-Mix, don't be a loser. Whoa! B-Mix, you're a loser.
It is time for B-Mix, but it's Wednesday, so let's whack him instead.
Whack it.
Let me see everybody do their Mr. Wacky then.
All right. Woo!
Whack it.
That's only if he allows it, because, Steve, you whacked earlier.
Came in strong.
Yes, absolutely. Crushed your opponent.
This time it'll be different.
You think so?
I don't know.
Okay.
You want to try that on? Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all right, well, who's betting? I mean, it's breakfast. Anybody want to bet against you for breakfast?
Let's do it blind.
Meaning?
I'll bet you blind
That Steve will win or lose.
I think Steve will win.
Really?
Yes, I think Steve will do the whack-in.
I like this because then you don't know how well the caller is going to do, so now it's completely out of your hands.
Exactly.
He knows the questions, though.
I do know the questions.
He doesn't know that unless he gave the answers to the person.
But I didn't.
Yeah.
I like to maintain the integrity of the game.
Well, I know
you lost last week, so I'm kind of throwing caution to the wind on this one.
I like this. All right. So if Steve ties or loses, then you buy breakfast.
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right.
Tie or lose. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Andrew in Ballard, sir. You are my only hope.
Are you ready, sir?
Steve's gonna whack it in front of Grandma.
Wow.
That's not cool. She hasn't been around for like 20-something years. Yeah, that would be very morbid if, in fact, that's
Wow,
what
yeah, right?
It's not like I go to her gravesite and say,
Oh, geez.
I don't even want to keep that going.
Wow.
I'm shutting myself down.
All right,
I
Steve,
feel
you know
like if anybody would do that, though, it would be you.
All right,
no,
Steve.
it wouldn't.
Before this
I
gets
don't like
weirder,
gravesites.
get out of here, man.
Okay.
We got to play this game.
Today's top story, radio personality in Seattle busted, poor choice of words, busting at Grandma's gravesite.
Jeez. Okay, for those playing at home, Andrew has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Andrew, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Which Warner Brothers cartoon character first appeared in the 1940 cartoon A Wild Hare?
Bugs Bunny.
Yes. How many stomach compartments does a llama have?
4.
No.
3.
Yes. Which Super Bowl winning coach said winners never quit and quitters never win?
John Madden.
No.
Pete Carroll.
No.
Bill Belichick.
No. Which war ended on May 9th, 1865?
1865. Pass.
In the painting, what color hair does the Mona Lisa have?
Brown.
No.
Black.
Yes. Tin or aluminum is the traditional gift for which anniversary?
2nd.
No.
5th.
No.
10.
Yes. Nice. Harry and Marv were the Wet Bandits in what film franchise?
Pass.
Which substance can you not eat if you have celiac disease?
Gluten.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correct.
Oh, I'm losing this one.
Ooh, yeah,
I'm totally
maybe.
losing this one, no.
Well,
Well, you know what? It's a sucker's bet. You knew the questions, but I'll take it like a man.
well, and at this
You knew my age too.
and
Oh, that's right. You knew his age as well. My gosh, this was total sucker's bet.
Rev knows the
It was a
questions.
sucker's bet.
No, I know you didn't say it's a sucker's bet because I'm the sucker. You would never say, by the way,
I
it's a sucker's bet.
That's kind of a good point right there. Well, Steve, you have your work cut out for you.
No, you don't.
Okay, so who am I helping by winning again?
If you win,
Oh,
you
but
beat-
Brad.
Yeah, if you win,
Nice.
DJ
you-
has to buy breakfast.
No, I will say this.
If you tie or lose, I have to buy breakfast.
If you don't play, if you concede and don't play, then all of us are out.
There's no integrity of the game and no one gets breakfast.
Do it, Steve. Concede.
Because at the end of the day, me, Vicky, Joe, Sarah, Danny, we all win.
Yeah, no matter what, you
Is
get
that
breakfast.
the end of the day for you?
That's all that matters.
Okay, good, fine.
It's like Wayne Gretzky's dad said, doesn't matter if you win and lose, it just matters how many points you personally
Yeah, please get a lot of points.
Okay.
Are you ready?
He's fine.
Which Warner Brothers cartoon character first appeared in the 1940 cartoon A Wild Hare?
Oh, it's going to be Bugs Bunny.
Yes.
Shocker.
How many stomach compartments does a llama have?
Llama. 2?
No.
3?
Yes. Which Super Bowl winning coach said winners never quit and quitters never win?
Jim Mora Jr.
No.
Vince Lombardi.
Yes.
Vince Lombardi.
Which war ended on May 9th, 1865?
The War of 1812?
No.
Civil War.
Yes. In the painting, what color hair does the Mona Lisa have?
Pink.
No.
Black.
Yes. Tin or aluminum is the traditional gift for which anniversary?
5.
No.
10.
Yes. Harry and Marv were the Wet Bandits in what film franchise?
Great movie. Home Alone.
Yes. Which substance can you not eat if you have celiac disease?
That means you can't eat gluten.
Yes. A jellyfish is made up of 90% of what? 95% of what?
Urine.
No.
Water.
Yes. Who played the inventor in the 1989 film Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
Rick Moranis.
Yes. And Steve, you get a perfect 10. And you win.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money.
Sorry for your loss, Andrew.
Suckers bet. It's all right. All right, Andrew.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing, buddy.
So we'll be okay.
Rest in peace, Grandma.
Man, you know what? I mean, you know what, Rev? I hope Rev feels good about himself. Suckers bet.
I do. I feel pretty good about myself right there. I feel good for Steve. Steve got the perfect 10.
Oh, the big shocker. I mean, nobody under the age of 35 could get a perfect 10 on that.
What do you mean? Those were easy.
That's my point. They were easy for anybody over 35. But
Which are the hard questions in your eyes?
if you don't know football, you're not getting Vince Lombardi.
The trophy is named after him.
Yeah, I kind of figured that
I said
would
if you
be-
don't know football, so you wouldn't know about the like this dude guessed some 3 recent coaches, which he tried the Ken Jennings way.
Yeah.
But if you may not know Vince Lombardi because he's just way old. You may not know.
Fair.
He didn't even guess, though, with the war.
Well, that's unfortunate. But you can tell that kids. I mean, really, Steve and I and you may think we should know that. Okay, in that time in the 1800s, that's the Civil War time. But a lot of people don't know.
He could have got the Home Alone though.
Yeah, you're right. That should have
didn't know Home Alone either. So
How old is that movie? I mean, have you ever
it's
seen
their
it?
childhood.
Yeah.
It's their childhood. The guy was
have
33.
cable.
It's very possible he didn't have cable.
Exactly. Like he
Yeah.
just didn't know. He didn't know the Wet Bandit. So
That was
What did he know?
he knew gluten.
He knew the glue.
He knew tin or aluminum was a 10th anniversary gift.
right.
Not bad.
He knew the Mona Lisa.
Nice.
He knew how many stomach compartments a llama had, and he knew Bugs Bunny with the wild hair.
He did fine.
He did. I mean, he did not as good as you.
Yeah,
which is all I was hoping for.
He played the game really well for somebody who the questions really weren't in his wheelhouse. Unfortunately, he Ken Jennings did. I don't have any problem with Andrew. I thought he played as good as he could. I'm just saying that it was a sucker's bet for you because you knew his age. You knew the questions were for post millennials.
I was hoping.
There's a Gen X
but
quiz.
you never know. Things get weird all the time here, and it's been definitely
I will buy
weird
breakfast.
today.
Someone said I'm exactly 35 years old. I got 9 out of 10.
Oh, look at that! But you still would have lost.
Still would've lost.
Yeah, exactly. See, sucker's bet's there, 35er.
Congrats on your win, Steve.
So I said, wait a minute, the Rev bet? Oh, yeah, it's 2022. All bets are off.
New year.
All bets are on. Yeah.
It is.
And I think that's the second one he's won so far too.
Yeah.
I think.
Are you 2-0 on bets?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, what a year.
You know what I'm doing, boys, don't you?
Setting him up for failure?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm playing the long game.
I got you.
Oh, yeah, it's a
Because,
marathon, not a sprint.
Oh, exactly. Because, the Rev, the only way is false sense of security. And then,
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you bet for like Vista Prime Steakhouse.
Oh, exactly.
Car.
Yeah.
No, he's gonna go for the big one. I'm gonna get screwed.
new car.
He's going to bet him his car.
Yeah.
I will bet you my Hyundai Santa Fe. Was it a 1997 Santa Fe or something?
You're close. It's 2004.
Okay. Well, that'll work. That'll be great. We'll trade cars. You can have my 2010 accent.
You know what? I feel like I'm still winning.
Yeah, who has more miles on their car, I wonder?
Ooh, gosh. Yeah.
I feel Brad probably does.
Oh, yeah.
He's commuting from Tacoma every day.
Yeah.
I don't drive much.
No.
Well, it's time for you to say your piece. That's right. Listeners on the Loose, where you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. We got your calls. We got your texts at 917 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, where you get to pick the topic, you get to guide the show. At 206-421-ROCK, text us at 77999. This is your opportunity, but don't squander it, because Steve has a rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ. Show some energy and bring it, or you will be gone.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK, text us at 77999.
Oh, here's a good question. All right, so Elon Musk bought Twitter for $44 billion.
I'm very upset about this.
Yes, I refuse to tweet. Oh, crap, I tweeted earlier.
I'm going to go on Facebook and complain about how it's horrible that a horrible man is running a social company.
I've gone on LinkedIn personally to complain about it. You can read my article at LinkedIn.
Oh, LinkedIn.com
/ I don't even know. I honestly don't even remember where my LinkedIn is. But
well, you're supposed to be using LinkedIn for business, but thank you for going on there and giving us your political and social network.
That's what you're doing also. This person, their question was, if you guys were multi-billionaires, what social media platform would you buy? Ooh. Can I bring one back from the dead?
Yeah. Do it.
Sure,
MySpace.
Of course.
Yes.
Isn't it back?
Yeah. I know. It's like we talked about it, and there's that weird website. Not weird, but it's not called MySpace, the website, but I'd actually want to bring back the old school MySpace with.
Why not?
Go old school. It's nostalgic. Of course, nobody in their 20s is going to care.
Yep.
But anyone over the age of like 35, I think would really, or even over the age of 30, I think would get a good kick out of just having it back. Space Hay.
And I think the guy who created Space Hay never got to experience MySpace. I think he's in his 20s. That's why he created this. So I feel like we would get a decent amount of 20-year-olds.
You never know. I mean,
Space Hay.
The thing is, I'm hoping to bring back the nostalgia, but with the nostalgia is also the attitude that people had with social media back then, which was more fun-loving. So I think once I bring it back, it's only going to get ruined. So maybe I shouldn't do it. I'm going to go with Vine.
Oh, you're going to bring back Vine?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved Vine.
Apparently not everybody else did, which is
I love
weird.
Vine for one person, for Bat Dad, and that was the only thing that I cared about there.
All right, Rev, which one are you bringing back, Vine?
No, I'd bring back, it's still around, but I would buy Nextdoor just so I could nuke it.
Oh.
Like, it would just be, I would buy it just to get rid of it.
Forgot about Nextdoor.
I haven't been on my Nextdoor account since I started it, but I never turned off the email notifications.
I tried to, and I still get emails.
Oh, I love it because it gives you a little bit of a peek inside of just the stupid stuff that goes on Nextdoor, but it doesn't finish like the sentence, and I'm like, do I really care that much? No.
Yeah.
But I've never seen people bitch more than on an app that I thought was supposed to just be like for neighborhood stuff.
See, that's the thing. You've always got bitchy people. It doesn't matter what social network, what's out there, letters to the editor. Somebody is always going to be like, let me tell you, you are
You know what? Yeah, Nextdoor is like the letters to the editor of social media.
Yeah.
You hit it right there, man.
It's so much fun.
Every once in a while, though, Nextdoor helps me out. That's the problem. It's why I can't get rid of it completely. Every once in a while, somebody has some info. Like they go, hey, man, if you're looking for a great place to eat, or, somebody goes, hey, I'm looking for this device and whatever. I mean, I've got some actually good info on there, but it's like 1 out of 10 if I'm lucky. So, I mean, I don't blame you, Rev. I mean, and again, if you're a multi-billionaire, you get to do what you want with it.
Yeah.
Like when I just saw my husband just walk through the door and advised me that an older gentleman was walking a small dog yesterday and was attacked by a bunch of big dogs.
Yeah, this is a very fear-based situation. I will say that it just goes to show you how fear is rampant in society, at least with some people. That's what Nextdoor is. Nextdoor is nothing but complaining and fear-mongering.
And then also random people that just introduce themselves to everybody. Yep. Hello, everybody. My name is Sheila, and I just moved into the neighborhood.
See, that's what it should be for, at least, right? Give you an opportunity to sort of like jump in the waters, because there was a board gamer on there, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. She's like, hey, we just moved here. We love board games. Anybody else? I'm like, oh, you know what? If I was friendly, I would say, yeah, me.
I'm like, hey, that's what you're supposed to do.
My favorite is someone's like, I'm looking with... something came up and we need a babysitter this afternoon. I'm like, I don't know. know. Like I'm not.
Yeah,
Who am I to
that's-
judge on how you're a parent? But like, that's
At least
no
they
chance to
have
do a background check.
At least they have to be in your neighborhood, so you know they live nearby.
I guess.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're not like some wackadoodle.
Then again, can you really trust anybody?
right?
I mean, when you think about it.
Yeah.
Everyone's a wackadoodle.
I don't know if anybody's doing the babysitting anymore that people trust like randos. But you know what? When you're desperate as a young parent, yeah, you'll trust anybody. You want to get the hell out. You really do. You want to have a date night. You're like, you know what? Hopefully our kids survive.
Danny, which one are you buying?
Instagram, of course.
Instagram.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, yeah, it's a good picture.
Do it.
You got to buy the Instagram. I don't really know what I do with it. I just
I should blow it up.
going.
You and Rev just blow
Make
everything
money
up.
off of it.
yeah.
Yeah. I know somebody was like, what are you going to do if they start making you pay to put stuff up on Twitter?
Okay.
And I'm like,
Well, I guess I'm not.
then I'm just going to stop using
Yeah,
Twitter.
pretty much.
Like,
Very easy.
It's a rather easy solution. Like, I don't have to use it. I enjoy using it. But if all of a sudden it's like Wordle, we've talked about that. I enjoy playing Wordle. But the moment they want my money, well, I'm going to find something else that was free.
They're doing it wrong if they make us pay for these things.
Right.
Because obviously the data mining and, the targeting ads, that's where the real money is. So if you've got to charge us, you're completely doing this whole thing wrong.
Oh, so the new Nick Cage movie yesterday.
Oh, the unbearable weight of massive success, I think, or talent, rather, massive talent.
Said it was ridiculous, yet great at the same time.
Nice.
Nicolas Cage was his over-the-top self, and it worked great.
I do want to see that movie. I feel like I'll probably just see it on demand.
Oh, man, 87%, both users and critics.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
I'm hearing great things about it. I just,
I'm not going to the theater to see it
I'm
either.
not gonna, I feel like I got all these services that I pay for. I'll just wait.
I honestly can't think of any Nick Cage movie that I've actually seen.
Face Off.
No.
What?
I don't even know what that is.
National Treasure?
No.
What?
I saw a little bit of National Treasure at the restaurant I was at. For some reason, instead of showing sports, they were showing National Treasure.
Must have been only
all right.
Kraken playing in
Yeah.
there. Like, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I still watch the Kraken all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Including tonight.
Okay, so good for Nicolas Cage. That's nice.
So, like, not raising Arizona.
No.
No, he hasn't seen anything.
Oh.
Rev, I think it's a Gen X thing. I don't think millennials care about Nick
It
Cage.
could just be a Danny thing.
Yeah, that's also true.
I think
don't
it's
It's a
watch
Danny
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, what have you seen that you
He's a
like with
national
Nick Cage?
treasure.
National Treasure, Kick-Ass. He was the voice of Spider-Man Noir
Boom.
in Spider-Man
right.
Into the Multiverse.
Okay,
I
anybody
remember
else?
watching Face Off when I was a kid, and I was a little scared because
Sarah Joe, Nick Cage, much? Yes, no? Oh, okay.
So you're an okay parent then,
right.
clearly. You got,
I didn't. I don't think I showed them myself, to be honest with you. So they've done this on their own.
He's probably one of Joe's stoner friends.
All right. Well, maybe Nick Cage is more appealing than I thought. Well, that's good news for him. And maybe, are you going to see this movie, Vic?
oh, I really want to see it. I'm not sure if I'm going to see it in theaters because I feel like it's weird to go to theaters in general. But if someone invites me out, I'll go see it.
All right. Well, now we
here
have
come
to.
the texts.
Here we go. Here, my penis would like to take you out. Here he is.
Honestly, I think millennials love him because he's so memeable. Like everything down to like the things.
That makes sense.
Everything.
Also, Ghost Rider.
No.
Okay, you need to stop with that right now. Okay. I'd like to buy whatever social network I'd like to buy just to cancel Steve. I'll buy any
I'm
social
going to buy
network.
Rotten Tomatoes, and I'm going to change all the scores. I'm going to bring credibility to Rotten Tomatoes.
Good call, Mr. Billionaire.
Yes.
Yeah, and you'll actually do what everyone's afraid Elon Musk will do is
Yes.
you'll use your power to basically fake news everything.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, well,
All the good movies are getting 0%.
yeah, I want to buy Friendster.
Friendster.
I don't know what it is. I just want to
Never
bring it
had
back.
Never did have that one.
me either.
But I feel like they got a bum deal. You know what I mean? But Friendster could make a comeback now since everybody's kind of hating, Facebook.
Are they the OG of social media?
I feel like they were what
Was it them
Facebook
or Classmates?
I think it was Classmates was older than them.
Wow. Oh, Classmates.com. I forgot about them. Probably should buy them.
And what about Ashley Madison? Is that no, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Well, that's like the first dating site.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I feel like Friendster was like the first, though, like
There-
straight up social networking page.
Apparently, there was one in 1997 called 6 Degrees, and it was considered to be the first social networking site because
I
it
never
was.
heard of it.
It's kind of like you talk to people in your high school yearbook situation.
Well, that sounds exactly what
Become a
Facebook.
class- yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Classmates started in 95.
Damn.
Classmates. Yeah.
Yeah. 6 Degrees. I like that name, of separation. See how they did that? They knew what they were doing.
No, it's kind of clever. I think you can bring that back.
Yeah. I think that's probably why they didn't succeed. Is clever doesn't make money. The Facebook makes money.
What if you change it to 69 degrees?
now
yeah,
you-
that's the hookup app. Yeah,
Now you got a
Dating
winner.
and friends.
Now you got a winner. Okay.
Someone said, Danny, you haven't seen Kick-Ass?
No. I don't know what that is.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
Is that a show?
It's a
I don't
it's a
know what
movie.
I don't even know what Danny would like when it comes to movies.
I don't think he would like this.
Unless there's a sinking boat and a door.
It's a dark take on street level superheroes. That's what I'll call you. Like
That's your
nobody.
thing.
Yeah.
Do you like depressing, like war movie type real life things?
No.
I saw like the war movie he did. That was real effed up.
No.
But it was a good movie. I just never want to see it again.
Yeah.
Nope.
Sorry, Danny.
That's all right. I'm just going to get an anti-Nick Cage shirt.
Oh, that would be great, actually. If you just got his face with like one of the red circles with the line
and
through
people
it.
are like, why do you hate him so much? Be like, I don't. I just never seen it.
I got to see if they have a Ghost Rider shirt with him.
I'm sure they do.
Oh yeah, you want it, you got it.
You want it, you got it.
I'm sure you can get it for very, very reasonable.
If not, Vicky's got her little cricket machine. She can make me one.
Right?
All right, you know what? Let's go DIY him that shirt. There you go. Then everybody can hate him equally. All right, you pick the topic. You guide the show. It's listeners on the loose. What do you want to talk about? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Or if you calls and texts at 933 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Someone just said, hey, Migs, I'm looking forward to watching you wrestle on Pluto this Saturday night. And thanks you guys for talking about Pluto. Never heard of it. And yesterday I watched the Beverly Hills channel, the 90210 channel, and the Cops channel all day long. I don't have cable, but I have internet, and this is sick.
It's got some good retro stuff.
The Cops channel is the best.
Yeah, I
Dude,
kind of
watch that all
agree
day
there, yeah.
long.
It's so insane. Like, it's weird because it's almost nostalgic. We were just talking about nostalgia in the last break, but like, it's like going back to the days of watching television when you can't DVR anything, and you're just whatever's on, BJ, you have to watch. I don't know if you.
Oh, so that's how Pluto works.
So Pluto, yeah, it's a free app, a free website, and you just like you scroll through and you find a channel like, oh, I want to watch CNN or I want to watch like some old baseball. They'll have an MLB channel or something along those lines. Like for Sarah, if you like The Price is Right, you just click on The Price is Right channel and there you're watching it.
Nice.
Wow.
But you can't record it. I don't believe. I think everything's pretty much live. They have like a little on demand, but it's kind of fun if you can't afford much, but you have internet. At least you have a way to watch random stuff. There are like 700 channels on this thing.
It's like a time machine, really.
Right.
Yeah, that's what's really bizarre about this. Is
Back
that,
in my day, we couldn't pick what we wanted to watch. You just found a channel.
Okay.
Rescue 911, there's a whole channel for that.
Oh, wow. Is that William Shatner?
That's William Shatner.
Yeah, I remember that show.
Oh, wow. I forgot he was on
It came
that.
on either before or after Unsolved Mysteries. So it was that 1-2 punch of all sorts of ridiculous.
So it was reality based.
It was reality based. They do dramatizations of like actual 911 calls and stuff like that.
We used to watch that all the time.
They have a Star Trek channel.
Ooh.
Do they really?
Yeah.
What? Come on.
Yeah, it's somewhere on there. I lost track of where it was. But like The
that's
Amazing
cool.
Race, Fear Factor's got its own channel.
Wow. All right.
There's the Cop channel, channel
Okay.
367.
Bad boys.
Wow. That is pretty, that's pretty wild.
It's like a CBS thing. I guess they own it.
Oh, well, that makes sense why they have
That's
a Star
right,
Trek
right.
channel. Okay, I was going to say, yeah, because Paramount Plus has got Star Trek, but okay, so Pluto's got it, and they let you watch
But it's
all
just
the-
like whatever show is on, that's the show you have to watch.
Boy, they really do have a lot of Star Trek shows. You could be watching them for days.
Mystery Science 3000.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
And like the texter said, the wrestling channel 732 on Saturday night at 8 p.m. First time ever. Defy is going to be live, and I'll be wrestling on that one. But if you watch on Pluto, you'll be able to check things out. John Moxley will be wrestling as well. It's going to be a good time.
So I wonder if Pluto is going to somehow, some way evolve into their own live content network. But it's
Or if it's just this, and they put commercials on, and this is just like because it has commercials. Like it's
well, you're live, right? Like, what if they get more stuff where they get original content live and become? I mean, Netflix used to be we're giving you everybody else's stuff, and then Netflix evolved into having their own stuff.
There's a Johnny Carson channel.
Oh, that is pretty awesome.
This is stupid. Like how am I going to find more time in the day? I got to watch Johnny Carson.
Yeah, dude. I mean, there is a little magic to this. Like you said, where you guys that don't mind flipping through the TV, this is just a gold mine for you.
This is like straight out of living life in the 80s.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just kind of like scrolling through and you're like, I don't know. Like, here's Star Trek The Next Generation's on right now.
Oh, right
DJ.
now that's on. Oh, hey, look at that. That is pretty wild. Oh, yeah, and there's just a random episode. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's not horrible. I mean, look, it's not a horrible thing. If
Well, like the texter said, if you don't have money for cable, but you have the internet,
yeah,
this is at least something that, like, at the end of the night, you just want to put on the boob tube. That should be their slogan.
I'm going to check it for nostalgia because there are some old shows that I would like to watch that I've been paying for that I never got to see when they were original, but I've gone back and watched them. I wonder if they've got it on here. Because I've watched like old, every once in a while I'll throw on I Dream of Jeannie or McHale's Navy or Time Tunnel, which was an old Irwin Allen show. He's the guy that did all the Towering Inferno movies and stuff. And I want to go back and see like their early stuff.
I bet they have them on here.
Do they have the I Dream of Jeannie channel? That would be awesome.
I fell asleep watching the IMDb channel or IMDb TV the other day. I was watching some movie and I fell asleep and I woke up to I Dream of Jeannie and I was like, "What?
Where the hell's IMDb TV? Where can I get that?"
I don't know. It's on Comcast.
Oh, wow.
And Pluto's on Comcast as well. So if you do have cable and you don't feel like having to like bounce around, like there's a Pluto app on Comcast or Xfinity.
Oh, they got a Three's Company channel, a Love Boat channel.
A Love Boat channel,
this
baby.
Is such a hey, boomers, we've got a network for you.
See, this is what happens when you just watch TV, VJ. You find all these cool things about
like
your
the Beverly
TV.
Hillbillies.
Dude, I know. It kind of makes me want to go back and watch that show.
There's a Bob Ross channel. Channel 518.
Oh, heck yeah.
That's not even Bob Ross.
That's his kid. That's his kid.
I don't want his kid on the Bob. It's not supposed to be Bob Ross's kid channel.
Wow, that's Bob Ross's kid, I believe. He looks familiar from the documentary I watched.
Yeah, you're probably right. He's got a sweet mullet.
Well, he's got to, he's got to somewhat recreate something for himself. He can't have the curls, so he gets the mullet.
Dude, there's a Doctor Who channel.
There we go. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is old school Who.
Is it the old ones that were absolutely terrible?
Oh, yeah. This looks like Tom Baker era. It's hard to tell. I mean, I definitely.
Doctor Who Inferno
it's
Part
John
1.
Pertwee era.
Oh, I told you it was the John Pertwee.
Oh my gosh. Wow. If anybody knows Sean Pertwee, the actor, his father played one of the Doctor Who's back in the day. So that's wild, dude. Doctor Who channel. You know how much I paid for those old videos, and I could just be watching them.
Now you don't have to pay.
Hell yeah.
So I'm looking. What channel is it again for the wrestling one? 732. Someone's like, I'm on 735. There is none. Channel 732. On Saturday night, 8 p.m. You can watch Defy Wrestling.
Well, congratulations,
Awesome.
Steve. You're on the Pluto.
I'm on Pluto. To the moon, baby.
Yeah.
Pluto's on Roku as well. Someone texted in.
Yeah, that's what I have on
Apple
mine.
TV, I would imagine, too, if you have that.
A lot of the smart TVs, too.
Yeah.
If you don't have the app, you can search for it.
All right, I got Pluto. I know that.
Ooh. Someone wants to know, are you optimistic about the strong Mariners start this season, or is it too early to get excited? No, be excited.
Yeah, I'll always be excited.
It's too early to figure out what you think they're going to do, but it's not too early to get excited because they're winning the right way. They're winning with pitching, which is what wins you ball games. Logan is just
Logan Gilbert.
Logan Gilbert, thank you.
Yep.
Logan Gilbert is a huge surprise because to make the playoffs and be successful, you have to have two really good pitchers. You really do, in my opinion, to really set the tone. And if Robbie Ray and Logan Gilbert are those guys, let alone what anybody else in that rotation does, this could be a very exciting year. And right now, I mean, the only other team I worry about are the Toronto Blue Jays because they have a crazy offense, but good pitching usually shuts down good offenses in the playoffs because a lot of times teams like the Blue Jays are feasting on bad teams, and so their numbers look better. But when you get to the playoffs, it's tough to get hits and runs and stuff. And so I really am optimistic because they just got good defense. They got good scrappy players. And if this pitching holds up, forget about it. They are going to be a tough
vibes,
team.
baby.
Yeah.
Positive. They look like they're having so much fun out there. After they won the game yesterday, it's fun to watch. Like they're all day. Each group of guys have different dances they're doing. They're all lining up. I don't even know what the hell's happening out there, but they're looking like they're having the best time ever.
It's exciting because, we haven't heard from the Blue Jays in a while. Of course, you haven't heard from the Mariners in a while. These are new teams. The Mets are also playing really well. These are teams that just you haven't heard from in a while, as opposed to like the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Red Sox, those guys that are always mentioned. And it's kind of fun to see that the Mariners could be... Oh, this could be good.
And I've been enjoying the post-game interviews. Like, I feel for Jen Mueller.
Oh, yeah.
She's doing a great job when she covers the Kraken. I think she asks great questions to the players. Like, I really have been enjoying her on Root Sports with that. Also, Piper Shaw, she does a great job now whenever Jen's not asking the questions to the players during the games. But Jen has that unfortunate job of interviewing the players after the game is over, like the star player, and they always give the Gatorade back.
Yeah.
And she's getting wrecked during these because they have to the player typically is sneaking up on the guy that's going to get drenched with the Gatorade, but she's right next to the guy.
Yeah, she is.
And I think it was Julio Rodriguez a couple games ago. He got hit not once but twice, and I'm like, At that point, I'm showing up wearing like a poncho if I'm her. I'm like, I'm not. Either you're paying for the stuffed Mariners, or I'm just coming in wearing a tracksuit.
That you're right. I mean, normally they get a wardrobe from some company, but she's going through that,
and they do it after every win.
Yeah. Wow, you're right, dude. That's stalwart duty because I wouldn't want that. I mean, I didn't. Man, that's a challenge.
She might be the only person that's working with the Mariners that hopes that they don't win because she's just like, because she knows she's getting it,
and she's getting more baths than anybody. So she's really the true champion. As far as I look at it, like, wow, who gets more Gatorade baths than anybody? Jen Mueller, actually, the champion of baseball.
If things go as well as I expect, and the World Series is on its way, first ring has to go to her.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Before any of the players,
I'll give you that.
It's like you've really. I mean, in the cold weather, you're getting doused with ice.
Yeah,
ice Gatorade.
And that's the thing, man. It is cold weather. We'll see what happens when it warms up and see how the Mariners do. And it's a very long season. Injury, fatigue, it plays a lot into it. I'm cautiously optimistic.
But I mean, on top of that, I mean, Mitch Haniger hasn't been able to play because of the COVID stuff.
Yeah.
And, they had to do a couple games without their manager. So I mean, the fact that they were missing a couple key guys and still winning and winning big.
You're right.
Man, Danny and I are getting those tattoos, I feel.
Yeah, we are.
It's going to happen. So our deal was win one playoff series, right?
Yes.
So you're not even letting them get into the playoffs. They have to win a playoff series.
That was last year. This year, the stakes have gone up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. I feel like that because, at least they have a 3-game wild card. So there's a chance that they, that if they're a better team than the other team, then they at least have, a 3-game series to play rather than, 1-game knockoff, which anybody can have a bad game.
I'm excited.
Yeah. And on top, I mean, everyone makes the playoffs now with the new rules, right? It's like the NHL.
It's not as bad as the NHL, but it's getting there. You're right. 3. So yeah, there'll be 3 wild card teams.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, somebody gets a bye. I can't remember. I don't know how it works. 3 wildcard teams will take on. I think they take on everybody but the best team in the league. I think it's very similar to the NFL, if I'm not mistaken. If the math works out, and if wrong, you can text us and tell me.
Text Danny.
Yeah. But it's going to be. It's exciting. I'm happy that it's not a 1-game playoff. I know it's exciting for football, but that's not baseball. You don't play 162 games and then 1 game decides your fate. That's horrible.
Speaking of earlier, and Danny being wrong, and all of us being wrong, apparently in the aggregate series, according to some texters, they're saying that for soccer, because the CONCACAF starts tonight, the 2-game series for the finals, the Sounders are in against Pumas, away goals don't count more in the finals.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, that's what I thought. I thought that because I remember, at least in other series, I never heard that before.
So it's just whoever has the most goals after the 2 games is the winner.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense. And it only comes into play if one team wins 1 game and the other team wins the other game, then they just take a look at total goals. Obviously, the team, if they sweep both games, they will have more goals than the other team.
You would think.
Yeah, right? And full disclosure, I got into soccer after like the aggregate stuff kind of went away, especially in MLS.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, is that your full disclosure?
Oh, full disclosure. Oh, but yeah, for me, it was never.
You poser.
Yeah, I'm
a poser.
I'm a new
Steve and I are the ones that really know everything.
Jeez.
Oh, yeah.
What do you want to know?
It was funny. I was looking at my Facebook memories and we were laughing. I think it was yesterday. I was like, oh, look, I went to a Sounders match 13 years ago. And Danny's like, was that the last time you've been to a Sounders match? I'm like, yes, actually, I believe it was.
That is one more time than I've gone to a Sounders match.
Jeez.
Yeah,
let's go, boys.
I know. Right? Yeah.
Fun fact, Rev and I are both going to the final next Wednesday. So
yep.
It's a big effing game.
It is a big effing game.
Yeah, it's
really?
It's on my birthday, so they better win for my birthday.
Rev, is this the first time you've gone to a soccer match?
Oh, no, I've gone to plenty of them.
Oh, okay. Then.
Yeah, I've gone to a lot of them. My buddy has a season ticket, so every once in a while he lets me go.
Here's the thing. It's the 2 newest things. I just think people like getting in on the ground floor. Because, I mean, when you think about it, because the Sounders are a relatively new team here.
For 10 years now, though. I mean, as an MLS team.
But Rev's never liked anybody.
That's true.
Yeah. And then, of course, the Kraken. Forget about it. He painted his house Kraken colors.
Yeah. Yep.
And as one texter said, everyone in the NHL gets in the playoffs except for the Devils and the Kraken this year. And that's
right.
True.
Oh,
so happens to be my 2 favorite teams.
Hey, hopefully not Vegas.
So my question...
wouldn't that be amazing?
I hope Vegas doesn't get in.
It's looking that way.
Yeah, if that's the case and Vegas doesn't get in, or even if they get in, they're going to be a team that should lose.
Dude, I've never seen more hockey fans everyone's united and rallying over the fact that Vegas might not make the playoffs. You just realize like everybody is sick of Vegas' stuff. And I've been guilty of it. I think we all been excited to see this new upstart team do so well. But I think like the novelty and the honeymoon is over. Now everyone wants to see them fail.
Dude, it's funny. It's funny you say that because I'm not really following it much. But my best friend who lives in Colorado, who's an Avs fan, he's not even texting me about the Avs anymore because they're like number one or whatever.
Yeah.
But he texts me and he's like, "This is what needs to happen for Vegas not to get in." And I'm like, okay, that's like most of our conversations during hockey games.
See, we can all agree. Everybody doesn't want Vegas to get in, and since the Kraken can't get in, you guys are all going to rally around my Bruins, right? Because
no.
Hockey's over once the regular season's over. The Kraken are
They
done.
got a stifling defense, and it's coming up. They could go far because of the fact that they can really stop those big offensive juggernauts. That's right.
There's not a chance. If the Dallas Stars wear those cool green jerseys for the entire series, black and green jerseys,
the Matrix ones,
Fine, that's great.
Yeah, there's not a chance.
That's all it takes?
No, there's
You
never.
guys are jerks to me.
Never in a million years will I root for the Boston Bruins.
Oh, in a million years? What about 1,000,001? Can I wait past that then?
Unless they were playing the Boston Red Sox in some
really? Then you can root? Okay.
Then I might root for the Bruins.
All right, I got a question for you. What do Ryan Castle and a urinal have in common? Finally, we asked a very important question. I'm going to tell you at 9:50 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a urinal have in common?
Does he smell like R. Kelly's sheets?
Macklemore. Wiz.
Okay. That's a good one.
Text say neither are acceptable in women's bathrooms.
All right.
Fine.
They both reek of urine.
Yeah, that's pretty
R.
much
Kelly's
it.
sheets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's a bad day when someone has to deal with either.
Don't forget, you can find cake in both of them.
Ah,
You're right. Urinal cakes.
Yeah, there you go.
They're fun to aim at.
Yeah, they
Just
are.
like Ryan Castle.
Hey.
Wait a second.
So this is guy, he's in his 40s. He was out at a bar in Toledo last Friday. Lucky him. And he went to the bathroom, and while he was standing at the urinals, a woman ran in and stabbed him multiple times in the butt. We don't know if they talked earlier. We don't know. The guy told police he didn't know her. And stabbed him twice in the butt, then ran out of the bathroom and took off. He did get a picture of her car, so cops were able to track her down at an apartment a few miles away. He wasn't seriously injured, but man, he did need stitches. I guess of all places, the butt's probably the best place to be stabbed.
Oh, great. I gotta look over my shoulder when I'm going in the bathroom because possibly someone wants to stab my butt.
Yeah, that's what
I guess it depends on what you're into.
Yeah. And what town you're in.
Yeah. Ryan Castle, he's got a 12-pack. You can stab him in the butt for that.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
Are you ready, sir?
Steve's gonna whack it in front of Grandma.
Wow. Wow. She hasn't been around for like 20-something years.
Yeah, that would be very morbid if, in fact, that's
Wow,
what
yeah, right? It's not like I go to her gravesite and say, I don't even want to keep that going. I'm shutting myself down.
I feel like if anybody would do that, though.
Today's top story, radio personality in Seattle busted, poor choice of words.
Busted at Grandma's gravesite.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your house, your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.